What's up, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and beautiful viewers of the World Wide Web? My name is Toon215 and welcome to the channel. Right now we are in Northeast Philadelphia. We're going to be doing a driving tour of the Rhawnhurst neighborhood. This is in Northeast, right next to Castor Gardens, near Oxford Circle, and so on. We're driving down Castor Avenue, traveling northbound. We're on the 8100 block of Castor Avenue. We're passing Arthur Street, the 2000 block of Arthur Street. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn right here on Somersdale Ave and Castor Ave. As always, I don't have no real set point of destination. I'm just gonna zigzag through the neighborhood to give you guys an idea of what the area looks like. Now make note that it does show Castor Gardens inside of the Rhawnhurst neighborhood. The Rhawnhurst neighborhood, the boundaries are kind of rough. It's outlined and defined, but there's so many different shapes and turns, and it's not a square neighborhood like in a grid format. It is a grid, but on the edges, on the outskirts of it, it's not really defined too well. So I'm not gonna try to give you guys the perimeter, but you can feel free to look it up via the World Wide Web. All right, we're on Somersdale Ave and Narrated Ave. Traveling down Somersdale Ave on the 1800 block of Somersdale Ave. So I see side driveways, front lawns. We have this center island in the middle of the street. I'm traveling, what's this, like 13 miles an hour. I have a vehicle behind me tailgating me. I guess they're pressed on time. So I would like to drive a little slower so you guys can take it in, but I have to be mindful of the drivers that are behind me. We're now approaching Frontenac Street. 8100 Frontenac on my left, 8200 Frontenac on my right. I'm gonna go straight. I'm gonna take it to the next block. I'll probably let this vehicle go by me. This seems like a wide enough street where they can go by if they desire to go by me, which they're gonna take that option right now. There you go. So I see side walkways and I see a garage. I see most of these houses have garages from what it appears to be, at least on this block. And there's a side driveway too. So they got walkways, driveways, a garage, a little lawn. They're designed with those larger stones. They have shingles. They're two-story. It's a two-story block. Northeast is considerably nice in general, like most of Northeast. You know, if we would put Northeast on a 100% pie chart, I would say 80% of Northeast is nice. We're on Somersdale Ave and Summersdale Avenue. Now the other 20% or so would be the neighborhood that's, you know, being filled with people coming from, you know, North Philly. It is said that a lot of people moving from North Philly to the Northeast is changing the Northeast for the bad, but I guess some people beg to differ. Let's make this left on Langdon Street. On the next block we had Langdon Ave, but I'm gonna make this left on Langdon, 8100 Langdon. We stumbled upon some youngsters in the middle of the street. We got 3 youngsters here. They have bicycles, probably enjoying the sun, riding their bicycles. It's 4 youngsters. 3 have bikes, 1 does not have a bike. I'm traveling, what's this? About, I guess you could say like 10 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour. Doesn't even appear to be so. To me, it's more like 5. The reason why I say to me it's more like 5 is because the 0 is below the, see, this is at a standstill, this would be 0, right? Because the needle is down on the bottom of the speedometer. We're on Stanwood and Langdon Street. The 0 is down at the bottom of the speedometer. But if I take it up, this would be 5. So where the 0 is located at, this would be 10, but it definitely doesn't feel like 10. This is 5. So I just wanted to be clear there because I almost had myself confused real quick. All right, guys, I see green, luscious lawns that are starting to bloom, you know, because it's springtime, so you know the lawns still have some like tan patches, but I'm sure when it rains some more, it'll make it more vibrant. We're on Langdon Street and Rhawn Street on the 8,000 block of Langdon. I'm gonna exit the 8,000 block of Langdon and we're gonna cross over. All right, we're crossing over Rhawn. I'm being really cautious when I cross. We have a lot of trash on the right side. It's probably trash day. It looks like somebody's probably moving out. It might just be trash day in the neighborhood. Yeah, the trash cans are out. So it's probably trash day in this neighborhood. You see plenty of parking. Not only is there parking in the front of the property, but I'm not sure if the back of the properties, yeah, it looks like the back of the properties have a driveway. So they might have rear parking. Hence all of this open parking. These houses are in pairs of 2 with side walkways and side steps. This is the 7900 block of Langdon. We're on Loney and Langdon. I'm going to make a left on the 1700 block of Loney to make this left-hand turn. Now the Rhawnhurst neighborhood is a large neighborhood, so we might not be able to cover the whole entire neighborhood today within our hour time slot. You know, you guys know I usually leave an hour to do these little tours. All right, we're at Loney and Summersdale Ave. We're gonna make this left-hand turn on the 8,000 block of Summersdale Ave, which on the sign reads 7999. 799. One more 9. 9. This is a very wide street. I know many viewers make note about how our streets are so narrow. Well, here you go, wide street. We got a youngster on, what's that, a hoverboard, passing Ripley Street, and there was a dog. I missed the doggy. We got a little apartment building right here. We got some garages on my right, some garages on my left. On my left is westbound, on my right is eastbound. Right now we're traveling northbound. Behind us is southbound. We're on Summersdale Ave and Rhawn Street. We got 1600 Rhawn to my left, 1700 Rhawn to my right. As you can see, this neighborhood is set up somewhat like a suburban community. It's like suburban/urban, because it still has that city ambience. There's still so much going on, so it can't be completely considered a suburban neighborhood. But the layout with the lawns, the driveways, the way these houses are shaped. Look at that one on the corner on my right hand side. You got the vinyl siding, you got the big stones going up the chimney, the single entrance doorway, a nice green little luscious lawn going around it. You know, the roof is done with shingles, green shingles, you know what I mean? Look at on my left. You can see that they got like a back shed. So you guys can see that this neighborhood is not the typical North Philadelphia neighborhood. I'm assuming at one point of this neighborhood's lifetime, we're at Summersdale Ave and Stanwood. We're gonna be passing Stanwood. I'm assuming that at one time in the lifespan of this neighborhood, it was a picture perfect neighborhood. You know, probably back in like the 30s, 40s, 50s. Passing 1700 Arthur Street. We're back on Soley Ave. We're gonna make this right-hand turn on the 1700 block of Soley Ave. We could keep going straight and we'll still be in Rhawnhurst, but for the duration of the beginning of this video, I would like to do at least some basic zigzagging. Cause y'all know that I don't really like jumping around like to random spots. I could just jump around randomly, but I don't like to do that. I like to give you guys some type of uniformity. Is uniformity even a word? Or did I just invent that? But anyway, I like to do my best to keep the videos uniform. That's better. But yeah. The street has so much space to do activities though. You could host like a soccer game in the middle of the street. Not that I play soccer, but I just had to think of something. They're like, Tumba, why didn't you think of football? Well, I didn't think football. Well, in another country, football is soccer. So yeah. We're making this right on Frontenac, solely in Frontenac. Now we're on Frontenac. Speed limit is 25 miles per hour, and I'm doing about several to 8 miles per hour. Traveling down Frontenac, we just passed Arthur. I feel like I should do some left and right zigzagging too, because I feel there's a lot of houses you guys are actually not taking in at the moment. Yeah, I definitely do feel that way. Y'all mind? You wouldn't mind, would you? Let's make this right on Stanwood. 1700 Stanwood. Check it out. And not all of these blocks are the same as far as their design goes. Some of these blocks, like this block looks like this. The block behind us looks like something different. And then we'll end up hitting another block that looks slightly different too, so. But they're all pretty nice nonetheless. Pretty nice, or is it nevertheless? Nonetheless. Man, they all nice. Summersdale Ave. Let's go straight. Let's go straight, and then we'll come down. We'll zigzag the opposite way. We're crossing Summersdale Ave, Stanwood, and Summersdale. We're on the 1600 block of Stanwood. Yeah, I see some of the back driveways have decks and everything. On Langdon and Stanwood, we're crossing Langdon. We came down Langdon, remember? You remember? Yeah, we came down Langdon. Yeah, there's definitely back driveways though. We got Meadow View Apartments in front of us, 1 and 2 bedrooms available. We're on Algon Ave. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn on the 8000 block of Algon Ave. I gotta be careful though, because there's cars coming. We're next to the 19 bus stop. There you go. That was the last vehicular device. Check out these buildings right here on my left hand side. These look out of place, even though they try to make them in, you know, with the style in the neighborhood. They definitely look new. They're not bad looking. They're 3-story too. Wow, they're 3-story, but they got the garages, some strange brickwork, but and they have vinyl siding and stuff. Let's make this left on Rhawn Street, turning off of Algon Ave. Look at these little 1-story, what are these? The ranchers, right? The rancher homes. The driveway. Yeah, it's 1-story. I think they got a little attic. We're passing Langdon Street. We got John F. Falconio, DPM, pediatric, was in medicine. I got somebody behind me. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, we got a red light, so he needs to relax. Yo, could you imagine like a device? I bet you, people would pay for this. Could you imagine a device? We're on Rhawn and Summersdale Ave. That is like a little clicker, and you can click and point it like a remote or something. And you can point it to the light and just change it. Like right now we were just on a red, but if we wanted to turn it to green, we could have clicked it and turned it to green. Could you imagine that? Yo, am I onto something? Did I just invent something? Yo, listen. Chill, I'm gonna put the patent on it on the World Wide Web. Say no. We passing Frontenac and Rhawn. We're driving down Rhawn. This car behind me is on my tail. He's on my tail, like we on some type of amusement park ride. He trying to piggyback. I'm doing 25 miles per hour now. That's because I have this vehicle behind me insisting to go faster. I'm gonna make this left on Loretto Ave, so you guys can see this. Look, he's about to fly by me on this yellow. Boom. He was super impatient. I'm gonna make this left so y'all can see this Rita's water ice custard happiness. When I was young, my pop used to take me to Rita's. I used to like Rita's. I used to like it, but some of the flavors tend to have. We're passing Fuller, Loretto Ave and Fuller. So there goes some metal right there. Scrap metal alert. Some of the flavors tend to have. Oh, look at all these solar panels on my left hand side. They went ham, harder than a motherfucker on solar panels on this property. You see that whole rooftop is lined with solar panels, yo. So we're on Stanwood and Loretto Ave. Some of the flavors weren't that bad, but like they would come with pieces of like fruits, and I don't know, I guess I grew out of the pieces of fruits. I like fruits, But I don't know, I think it's something about the fruit sitting inside of the sweet, sugary substance for long periods of time that makes it taste strange. I don't know if it's just me. Let's make this left on Arthur Street. Let's make this left on Arthur. Yeah, I had a vehicle behind me, so I'm trying to do my best to drive slow, but keep up with the times. Because all these youngsters out here are traveling at NASCAR lightning speeds of flashing the blast from the past and the Back to the Future, something I ain't used to. Gas pedal abuser. Say, nah, I'm just kidding. Talking like I'm an old folk. I'm a pipsqueak myself. They got a little trampoline on my left-hand side on their lawn. Yeah, I've never tried one of those in my whole entire life. And I think I'm too old to be trying one of those now. With my luck, I'll go jump on it and I'll go right through it. Yeah, I've seen people get hurt on those on YouTube. Yeah, thanks to YouTube, you can watch a lot of people get hurt doing a variety of things. All right, we're on Arthur and Frontenac. That's true story. The skate videos or the BMX videos, when they be getting hurt, those videos be like the toughest videos, like the fail, like when they be trying to do tricks and they grind and they slip and they, oh man, they be getting hurt. They be like busting all types of parts that you don't want to bust. The house on my left hand side was pretty neat. I was talking over it, but if you want to check it out, you can just, you know, buffer the video back a couple seconds and just focus on the house. And you know, if my voice gives you a headache, right? Here's a thoughtful trick. We're gonna make this right-hand turn on Summersdale Ave. Here's a thoughtful trick. You can turn down the volume, right? And open up a separate browser, open up YouTube again, and put on your favorite playlist. So if you like classical, if you like rock, like we have the right to party. You know what I mean? Like whatever your song is, if it's hip hop, we're on Solely Ave and Summersdale Ave. We're traveling northbound down Summersdale Ave, passing Solely Ave. But now we're crossing over Solely. Remember we started the tour on Solely? I'm just gonna cross over just for the sake of whatever. I think I'm all off. Look at these cribs right here. 3-story. They still got that townhome feeling to it. Nice wide garages. That's definitely not a 12-footer. That's like a 14-foot, 16-foot wide. They got side grassy areas. One is for sale still. I'm gonna make this left on Emerson. Let's make this left on Emerson. The 1600 block of Emerson, because I want you guys to see this whole little strip on my right-hand side. More of those 3-story tall homes. And look on my left-hand side. The ones on my left, I'm for sure that they're original. These are the OG homes. You know, these been here for a while. The ones on my right, those look like they were made within the last 20 years. They're working on a vehicle right here. Wow, they got the vehicle up with no wheels or nothing. Whoa, they had that thing up on jacks with logs, with wood, but they're doing some type of work. But yeah, guys, so you can feel free to put on your favorite playlist and just, you know, it's almost like you're driving in a car, you know? That's another way to take in this experience. I know some people enjoy me talking, but some people, you know, do not enjoy me talking. So if that's the case, you're more than welcome to just mute the audio, put on your favorite playlist, you know, an hour playlist of some relaxing music, hip hop, rock, jazz, some blues, whatever you like to vibe out to, put that on. And it might make the experience enjoyable, like you're driving around, you know what I mean? All right, we're gonna make this right-hand turn on the 8300 block of Algon Ave. It says 8299, but let's round it off to 8300. On my left, we got 8200. I think the reason why it's 8299 is because we're in the middle of the 8200 block, so that makes sense. Oh, here you go, another car. The flowers are starting to bloom, so, you know, a lot of the neighborhoods are looking nicer. Let's make this right-hand turn on Hofnagel Street. What a name. Hofnagel. 1600 block of Hofnagel. Yo, look at the little classic right here on my left-hand side. It's like some mobster stuff. You see it? Oh, look, another classic. Wow. What's that, a Monte? Yeah, Monte Carlo. What? That was like an early 80s Monte. You got Pearl Gate Apartments on my left-hand side. The dude was looking at me. I was in my rearview mirror looking at him, and he's like, what's this young gentleman, this specimen of a hoodlum staring at my classic car. Pearl Gate Apartments. If anybody is interested in checking out Pearl Gate Apartments, they're located right here on Rhawnhurst Street and Summersdale Ave. Pearl Gate Apartment contact number is 215-464-6101. Probably wasn't the most wise decision, right? Everybody gonna be calling them, prank calling them. That's not cool, y'all. Prank calls ain't cool. Unless you're a professional YouTuber on the World Wide Web and you have 15.6 million subscribers, then, you know, you could plug, you know, put the plug me in, son. All right, check it out. I ain't got no cars behind me, so I'm able to drive slow so you guys can look at the area. Now leasing on my left-hand side, studio and 1 bedroom. I'm not gonna give y'all that number. Way too many numbers on one tour. Look at these houses. No, it's not bad, it's not bad. Not bad, not bad. We're on Frontenac and Hofnagel. Yo, these names combined together are incredible. On Frontenac and Hofnagel. Sounds like something out of like a Harry Potter book. Hofnagel. You know, the Hoff from Baywatch would probably like to hang out on this block. Look at these houses on my right and look at the ones on my left. They're actually different styles. They're in pairs. The ones on my left are in pairs. The ones on my right are in pairs. But the ones on my right, they have like an apex up top. The ones on my left, they're like flat top. Almost. I don't know if you guys can see. The ones on my right got porches. The ones on my left don't have porches. The ones on my right got side driveways and garages right at the end of each driveway. The ones on my left, they got side walkways. They don't have side driveways. They might have a garage in the back, so I don't want to speak too soon and say they don't have garages. But they definitely do have garages. There's working shutters on my right at 1838 Hofnagel Street. Hofnagel was good for something. They had working shutters. A classic looking set too. Look at these houses right here on my right. Let me bang this right here on Loretto Ave. I'm gonna bang this right. Just so y'all can see these houses right here on my left. I don't know if the camera does any justice. I'm gonna try to travel slowly. Emerson. Let's make this left on Emerson, if possible. I'm gonna roll down this window because the sun is starting to cook me up like a sauna. Let's make this left right here on Emerson. So y'all can see that little corner house right there. It's not a bad little property. Property. Tunography. They got shutters on my left, but they're not functional. They got their little RV right here parked in the middle of the street. I guess that home is ready for traveling. They got side driveways and they got a garage at the end of the driveway. Well, some of them do. Some of them look like they don't have a garage. So I don't know, people like remove them all over time. Path salutes and thanks our essential workers. Path. I'm assuming Path is a community, what? Is that an organization? A business? I don't know. All right. These houses in front of us. Little side driveways. Y'all can see the little garages that's in the back of the driveway. I think those right here might be potentially businesses of some sort on my right. Or like, you know, offices. Passing Hofnagel and Castor Ave. We got Philadelphia Gas Works on my right-hand side. Now, we got a whole neighborhood on my left that we still didn't do, and we got a whole neighborhood on my right that we still didn't do. And we're next to Fox Chase Road. Yeah, Fox Chase is in the northeast too, so Fox Chase is another neighborhood. So how about rather than jumping, because we can go straight and go up this little angle block on my left, and we'll still have probably another dozen or so length of blocks left and right that we could have explored. That's part of the Rhawnhurst neighborhood. But I think I'm just gonna go right here down Bustleton Ave. We're on Strail Street and Bustleton Ave. Say it with me. Bustleton. 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 What? Bustleton. Yo, one day I'm gonna be listening to a radio. It's gonna be the hottest track. It's gonna be #1 on the radio, and I'll be listening to it, and it's gonna have a sample of my voice. They gonna have my laugh. They gonna have my little. All right, we got Dunkin Donuts on my right. We got Easy Gas Station on my left. Easy Gas, I should say. We got Asian Thai restaurant, Chinese cuisine, Midtown Home Healthcare, and we have a Halal Meat Market and Allah. I say Halal, but it's Allah. Hofnagel. Hofnagel. Fickin' Hofnagel. What? Hofnagel. Hofnagel. Huh? Hofnagel. Yeah. She looking at me like, yo, what is wrong with this man right here talking about Hofnagel? When I said, she looked at me and she gave me like the crazy brow. She gave me like the rock brow, you know. Do you smell what the Hofnagel is cooking? No, the rock. Do you smell what the rock is cooking? There's a block over there that I would like to show y'all. My bad lady behind me, she looking at me angrily, or viciously. Island Shore Real Estate on my right hand side. This block looks eerily uniform. See, I'm all for uniformity. Like, I like uniform things, but I don't know. It's like, don't come to this block drunk. You might walk into somebody else's house. You might walk into the wrong house because they all look the same. Look at these two young people right here on my left hand side. This young couple. He looked about 60-something years young. She looked at about 50-something years young. He had the long, fluffy white beard that I aspire to have one day. Traveling, what's this? Like 10 miles an hour. We're on Hofnagel and Horrocks Street. I'm gonna take this straight down, and then we'll come back through like what's that? Benson, right? Yeah, Benson. We'll come down Benson. The next couple blocks are gonna look pretty uniform. Believe it or not, when I think of Northeast, when somebody says Northeast, this is what I think of. This right here. Now, if you go through like the far Northeast, like around Red Lion Road, and there's like this, to me, this is still like lower Northeast, because you can drive deeper. Go get on the Roosevelt Boulevard and you can go to deep Northeast, which is far Northeast. But to me, this is just like regular Northeast, or like lower Northeast. For real, Juniette is lower Northeast, because Juniette is still considered Northeast, which is strangely weird, but yeah. Hofnagel and Eastwood. We just passed Eastwood. These houses on my right got the big stones. The ones on my left got the big stones up into the first floor, and then the second floor is brickwork. But notice the sides of both are lined with bricks. The colorful bricks, the dark black brick, the burgundy brick, the red brick. And there's more cars on this block. It looks like they got back garages too. I guess these people didn't feel like using their garage. Their garage. Go ahead, you're more than welcome to go. This is your neighborhood. I'm gonna give you the right of way. Bradford Street. We're passing Bradford. Oh, we got the Roosevelt Boulevard. Oh, hell no! We had the Roosevelt Boulevard. I definitely did not want to go through the Roosevelt Boulevard. But you know what I could have did for y'all? I could have showed y'all the little, y'all mind if I make a U-turn? No, they're like, tune. No, you're not allowed to make a U-turn. All right, I'm just gonna make this right on Emerson. Because I would have made a U-turn. I would have made the slickest U-turn ever, but it's cool. Oh, look at this block. This block's pretty uniform. Now, both of the houses look the same on both sides. See? The right side, the left side? They got their lawn chairs, lawn swings, children's swing sets, grills, flower pots, patio tables, patio chairs. This one on my left was closed. They closed their little lawn patio area. Yeah, but for the most part, this is like an ideal area where you may want to raise your youngsters but still be close to the city, because this still has the convenience of a city, meaning, you know, you got restaurants nearby, you got everything from pizzerias to fast food joints. We're on Emerson and Eastwood. Yeah, you got plenty of options nearby. parks, schools, recreation, and you got the city like 25 minutes away. Let me make this left real quick on Eastwood Street in case this park right here holds any significant value to my viewers. Maybe somebody played here at this park when they were a kid for whatever reason, you know what I mean? Eastwood, Sully Ave and Eastwood. Check out that park. Is a baseball field. Let's make this right on Sully Ave and Eastwood. There's some nice houses here on my left too. From block to block, some of the houses vary. Look at this young woman walking her dog, smoking a cigarette. Beautiful dog, beautiful dog. Fantastic dog. Looks like an old person. The dog looks like a... You ever notice how sometimes dogs take on personalities of human beings? You ever had a dog and like you saw it next to the owner and you thought like, wow, that dog looks a lot like the owner. I do. All right, let's make this left right here. Let me show you guys. This is the Pelbano, right? Or you could say Pelbano Rec Center. I just made this U-turn. It's a pretty big, nice little, what's that, acre or so, maybe over an acre of land. I mean, it's damn near over a football field. It's pretty huge. It's so huge that they got 2 baseball fields, 1 on each corner. So, there's plenty of space to do extracurricular activities. All right, we're on Eastwood Street. Every time I say Eastwood, I think of Eastwood, the automotive, auto body paint company. They make, see Eastwood, y'all getting a free plug here. We're on Sully Ave and Eastwood Street. But Eastwood makes automotive tutorials, DIYs. They basically sell their own auto body products, from like primers to lacquer thinners to sandpaper, sanding blocks, paint guns, and more. Because when I was painting cars and I began the process, I know Eastwood was one of the... Wow, lady, can you give me a break? Bradford Street. Yo, she's like gonna go... You're too old for that, lady. You ain't even make a complete stop. What? That is incredible. That's my elder, and she was out. She was ready to go. But yeah, she would have got into an accident. She would have played the victim and blamed it on the person who hit her. Come on with that. It's like on the way over here, we're on Bradford, passing Emerson Street. It's like on the way over here, I was on 95, and there was this vehicle in front, on the left lane in front of me, that I guess was stuck behind one of those 18-wheelers. So he swerved, he cut right in front of me. He drove by the 18-wheeler and he put his I was gonna say long middle finger, but he stuck his, puny, straw length middle finger out of the window. We're on Huffnagel Street and Bradford Street. I'm gonna cut through this little alley right here so we can go down Benson. We got Wells Fargo on my right, and this is a little apartment right here. It's called Longwood Manor. It's like an apartment, one of those rental apartments you guys can rent at. So he stuck his finger at the truck driver, right? So, I expect that from like a young person, maybe somebody in their 20s, 30s, maybe a female, right? So I followed him all the way the whole way. He happened to be getting off at the same exit at Cottman Avenue, which is northeast. So I drove up with him to probably Frankfurt. He turned off a Mayfair. And when I got a chance to see who was behind the wheel, guess who it was? It was this senior man, probably in his late 60s, because he had porcelain white hair. He was, really, he aged like a prune, let's say. Wrinkled skin, I guess, the universe probably wasn't too kind to him. But I'm like, dude, and then he was listening to the most relaxing music ever. I swear he was listening to 1930s, I don't know what type of music it was. It probably was the 1930s. I'm always exaggerating, but probably some 1950s. It was the most calmest music ever. And I'm like, dude, why are you so angry? In my head, I didn't tell him, because I was thinking about pulling up to him, dude, you'll live longer if we're on Eastwood and Benson. Dude, just have some patience. Was it worth it? Was it worth we're on the 2300 block of Benson, gonna cross over to the 2200 block of Benson. But dude, I would expect that from a young person, not from somebody who's 2, maybe 3 times my age. Well, maybe two times, because I'm about to be 33 next month. So maybe he was in his 66, 67. I doubt that he was 90. That's 3 times my age. But if he was, like, dude, you know, you've been around a lot longer. You got to build that patience. You didn't make it this far without patience, right? But like I was, you know, and you know, the truck driver probably, you know, like something as petty as somebody sticking a finger out at you in public, driving by you frantically, enraged. There's a house for sale on my left-hand side, 2206. It looks completely empty. 2206 Benson Street. So if anybody's interested in moving to this lovely neighborhood right here, feel free. Tell them Tune 215 put you on. Tell them that they need to mail me a little check for like the commission, you know, because when you know, you know. Say no, I'm not a realtor, guys, but yeah. So I was quite disappointed. I was disappointed, and you know what I did? I prayed for him. I thought about it. I said, Tune, don't say nothing, because he'll probably end up giving me the finger. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the best thing you can do for people is just wish them the best, and you know, just pray for them. That's it. You know, you can't change 60+ years of conditioning, if that makes any sense. There's nothing that I would say, you know, that's gonna change his mind or persuade him differently. But some of the angriest road rage drivers be older people, which is a shame. It's like, you know, and then you probably got grandchildren. Like, what type of example are you setting for your grandchildren? You know what I mean? There's probably trash day around here, because I see trash. Yeah, there's a bed. There's a bed right there. That one, at least that one's clean. Lincoln said that he'd be on the lookout for beds now. Yeah, at least that one's clean. Like, you go to the hood, the beds be dirty. They be stained up, pee stains. Probably got bed bugs. Alright, let's make this left once again. We're back at Bustleton Ave, right? On the 100 block of Benson. Gotta be careful. Wow, that Mercedes was out. Dude, why you driving so fast? What I need a remote for is not to change the freaking traffic light. I need a remote just to disable people's cars, just to slow them down, put like a governor. Like, sheesh. There you go, Lincoln. Let's make this left on the 2100 block of Emerson. There you go, Lincoln. Lincoln is a computer programmer. Lincoln, let's develop something like that, dog. Let's develop something like that. Lincoln's one of the viewers on the channel. Tends to support a lot. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate your support. Yeah, so there you go, bro. Let's like develop something. Use your knowledge and like your understanding of computer code and stuff to like Florida tags. Am I right? Blue base tag. Oh, there's a shark on it. Yeah, you use your knowledge to like invent something, and like, come on, bro, cut me down like a 5%, like a 10% finder's fee. No, but seriously, dude, that'll be decent, man. But like, they be making it seem like in creating an invention is the easiest thing in the world. Without money, that ain't happening. Like, you definitely need capital. You need capital, because you need patents, you need licensing, you need copyright, and that all costs. And then you need the what's that? The architectural blueprints of what the design is gonna be. And I think architecture is related to buildings, but there's another term, the schematic, I guess you can call it. Passing, what's this? Horrocks. We're driving on Emerson, the 2200 block of Emerson. But like, yeah, you know what I mean? That'll be pretty neat. I think that first invention would probably be cool, but it would probably be illegal. To like change the stoplight colors, that'd be completely illegal. They would not want that out. It would probably be like a black market, you know, the deep dark web type of device. Lincoln invented it, not me. Say no. Yeah, we on Emerson Street and Eastwood. I'm gonna make this right on Eastwood. Let's just go right on Eastwood. Oh, there goes that cute little dog again with the smoking lady. No, guys, I didn't say smoking hot. I just said the smoking lady. The lady that was smoking. Hood's 360 is coming out like, cougar? Where? Say, nah, salute to Hood's 360 too. Thank you very much, sir, for your support. I appreciate each and every single one of the viewers. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make this left right here and see what this block has to offer us. What do you have to offer us, Block A? blocky block. Look at the block, guys. Look at the block. Look at my left. Look at my left. Grass. I see grass. Look at my right. I see more grass. The ones on my left, they're not bordered in by brick. A couple of the ones on my right has cinder block. This one right here on my right is open, so the lawn just roughly rounds off straight to the sidewalk. But the first few on my right, they use brick to, I guess, keep people off of their property. Maybe they don't want dogs pooping on the grass. That's a good one, right? Because the dog will come and poop on the grass, and then the person will just go by and not pick it up. Look, this street is a two-way street, but you got to share the single lane. The good thing about the street is that there's not a lot of cars parked on the street. So if you got to share the if you got to share the single lane, then it's not completely impossible. This was Arthur Street, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make this right on Bradford and Arthur. We're gonna turn on the 8100 block of Bradford. We're back at Stanwood, right in front of us. Stanwood. Remember that block? Like we started out around Stanwood, right? All right, let's make this right here on Stanwood. You got the Philadelphia Credit Union on my left after the 2400 block of Stanwood. We're in the 2300 block of Stanwood. And this block has so much space, right? Like, look at, you got so much space. It's actually a two-lane street, but like, look at, like, if you wanted to like tip it on Phobos, wrapped in Phobos, tip it on Phobos. Mike Jones. Nah, there was a down south rapper that made that song. Pow Wow and Mike Jones. Yeah, that was their thing. Alright, Stanwood. On Eastwood and Stanwood. Wow, we're on two woods. Where's the Blackwood? I ain't never really liked Blackwoods, but that's a whole different side story that most people won't understand. I ain't never. Go ahead, buddy. You're more than welcome to go. Go ahead, Saturn first. You're a part of the solar system. Alright, passing Eastwood. We got this park on my right-hand side. Remember the one we were at the baseball field? We're on the opposite side of it now. So these people on my left-hand side, if they move in, or if they live there, they have this park across the street. It's kind of like a really huge front lawn. All you gotta do is cross the street to get to the front lawn, but it's really, you know, large. Easily accessible, right across the street. We got some Connecticut tags right here on my right. We got Bustleton Emmy Cafe on my left-hand side on Stanwood and Bustleton Ave. We can make this left right here on Bustleton Ave. We can go straight and still explore that side, but hey, let's mix it up a little bit. Kind of completely going against my OCD here. Sometimes I like to just keep things organized, but hey, I said it once, I'll say it again. Sometimes some of the best things in life are unorganized and unplanned. The most successful, you know, products, although some type of organization and structure is helpful, but yeah. Auto insurance right there on my right hand side. It's United Business Center. $6 men haircuts, which I don't see any haircuts in the world anymore for $6. Back then, like 2001, 2002, 2003 was $5, $6 haircuts, and that was from the I would say the chinos, but I would think that would be disrespectful. From the Asian barbers, you know, the Asian barbers, like under Kensington, go figure, right? Like under the L. Mediterranean restaurant on my right hand side. And we got New Garden Chinese food takeout delivery on my left hand side. Fuller, let's make this left hand turn on Fuller. We got Fruit Floral on my right hand side. Grand opening. It doesn't look very grand. It looks like it's closed. Yeah, back then it was $5 haircuts. And I remember when like the urban fellows started cutting, like the Spanish dudes, like the Puerto Ricans, and like, you know, the Dominicans, and like, you know, the African American brothers and all that would all cut. They would cut here and they would open up their barbershop. Their barbershops charged $10 a haircut at the time. You know what I mean? It was $10 a haircut. You know, some cases 12, and then you would give them a tip. It comes to like 15, right? You know, you go to the Asian businesses, it would be $5 a haircut, and then like you give them a tip, it'd be like $6 or $7 if you give them a $2 tip. If you got a shape up from the Asian spot, it'd be like $3, and they give you a quick shape up. And if you got a shape up from like the from like the urban barbershops, which is the minority owned barbershops, where agents could be considered minorities too. But anyway, the minority owned barbershops, it was like, you know, $7, $5 to $7 for shape up, right? Make note, the hair cuttery had been charging for extremely a lot since forever ago. Hair cuttery was charging like $20 back when those places was charging $5 and $10. Now, fast forward to the future, we're exiting the 2200 block of Fuller Street. We are now entering the 2300 block of Fuller Street. As you guys can see, we are traveling down. See, was not a professional GPS. I would have been fired if I was a GPS. I would have been so fired being a GPS. But as you can see, this is a two lane traffic street, or a both lane street where you travel, you know, west and east, but you got to share the same lane. So if somebody was coming, one of us would have to park. But yeah. So now fast forward to the future, to 2021, and within the last 5 to 10 years, I think, well, last 5 years or so, people are now spending $20 a haircut, $25 a haircut. Most of those Asian businesses ain't even $5 no more. I think they're like $10 now. But then again, I haven't been to one of those places in 20 years. But yeah, so now the urban spots, now they want like $15 for like a shape up. From what I heard, it would be like $25 for a haircut, $30 a haircut. And if you're giving them a tip, it's like damn near $35, $40 a haircut. And if you're anything like me and your hair grows fast, we're gonna make this right on Bradford Street. If your hair grows fast, my hair used to, like, I get a haircut 1 week, and a week later, my shape up already furry, and like my hair, that's why I let my hair grow. And I cut my hair off 3 times, guys. I went back to a haircut 3 times. I let my hair grow 3 different occasions, and I cut it off. And this is the last time I say no more. You know what? Because I've experienced long hair and short hair, long hair and short hair many times, and economically, it appears that long hair is the most cost efficient, because I do my own shape ups, but I don't got to worry about paying a barber to chop my top, which is, you know, costly. If you want to be fresh weekly, you know, that's what, especially with nowadays prices. We're on Bradford and Rhawn Street. I'm gonna make this right on Rhawn. There's several businesses on my left hand side: Samaro's Hairstyling, Mobile Shop, My Party, Your Wireless. I'm gonna make this right here because people are beeping. So nowadays, if you go for that $40 haircut, or let's say $25 haircut, latest S2000 on my right hand side, I love it. Honda S2000. It must be 5-speed though. What are they? 6-speed or they 5? I think they 5, right? We're passing Eastwood, Rhawn Street and Eastwood. We got Rhawnhurst Baptist Church on my left hand side. Yeah, guys. So if you, let's say you get the $25 cut without any tip, times 4 weeks, and you want to be fresh every week, that's 25, 25, 25, 25, 4 quarters in $1, right? That's $100 a month, right? Times 12 months. 100 times 12 is what? $1,200 a year to groom yourself. Times, if you want to be fresh for the next 10 years, you know, over, you know, 10 grand or more for 10 years worth of grooming. That adds up big time. We're on Rhawn Street and Bustleton. That's the reason why I became hip to it and like started taking care of myself many years ago, and I invested in my own clippers. And you know, the most you have to buy is the clippers. Let's say in 3 trips to the barbershop, $75, 25 a cut, you could already own your own Andis clippers and be doing your own stuff. Now, it's not the easiest thing. I'm not gonna pretend like you're gonna buy Andis clippers tomorrow and you're gonna be hooking yourself up. But after, you know, a few dozen failed attempts, let's make this left right here on Bustleton Ave. After a few dozen failed attempts, you will eventually, you know, get better. We're passing several businesses on my right, more like over a dozen businesses. House of the Arts, Hair and Nails, Flame House, the Ultimate Bar and Brazilian Restaurant, Infinity Massage, a few other businesses. Loney, First Trust Bank on my right. I'm gonna make this left right here. Pat's Sports Bar, Bustleton Square Plaza, Made in Brazil, a nail salon. We're gonna make this left on Loney Street, and we'll just zigzag through this little area real quick right here. So yeah, after 3 or so, you know, visits to the barbershop, you could buy your own clippers. And like I said, you're not gonna be perfect at the beginning, but after practicing for a couple months, you might trim yourself up pretty good, you know? Eastwood, Loney and Eastwood. Yeah, and you save yourself a whole lot of money. Now, I'm not trying to put the barbers out of business, but I am one to save money. I'm not a couponer. I've never been a couponer, but I hear very good things about couponing, but I never did it. But I do try to do my best to cut costs and to like save funds, you know what I mean? You know, rather than spending $50 on a night to eat out, which we do that all the time. You can spend $50 to eat out some good food, but that $50 you can stretch that throughout, you know, the week to cop yourself some some groceries, some stuff to like cook, you know, with that one night of eating. But that's a different story. There's a house for sale on my right hand side. 2344 is for sale. 2344 Loney Street. Look at this house right here in the corner on Bradford. Let's make this right on Bradford. Look at these houses, like the type of stones that they use for the front of it on my left. It's like a burgundy stone, and then on the side they got stucco. Got huge trees and everything, a little lawn and stuff. Yeah, but sometimes it's about experimentation, guys. I make this right on Griffith. I've always been a do-it-yourselfer, so I take great pride in like trying to do as much of what I can myself. So, for example, one day when I do, you know, acquire a solid property amongst many other properties that I plan on investing in the future, I would enjoy doing this stuff myself. It's one thing doing it yourself to save money, but it's another thing doing it yourself and you like have fun with it at the same time. So I'll be having fun when I be doing a lot of this stuff myself. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. All right, Griffith Street is what we were just on. It merges to Eastwood. Now we're on Eastwood. Once we make this little turn right here, boom, we're on Eastwood. So yeah, look at the houses on my left. They're one-story rancher homes. The ones on my right got rear garages. Got another dog walker right here. Another young lady. So this neighborhood is filled with tons and tons of young ladies. I'm gonna keep going up Eastwood. Look at her. She has two dogs. She got her sweater. Look at her. She got her sunshades on. Yeah. Feeling like she's 17 again, huh? Isn't there a movie called 17 again? Let's make this right down Ripley Street. Oh, you gotta be ripe to be going down Ripley Street. Speed limit 25 miles an hour. I'm doing 5 miles per hour. Yeah, for the most part, I can imagine these neighborhoods being quiet even in the summer. Today, make note, guys. Today, even though it looks sunny, it's quite windy. It's like a 40-degree day. The last 3 days straight, it's been raining, like strong rain. It was supposed to snow, but I guess our slush turned to rain. Ripley and Bradford Street. Where do I want to go? 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 I think I want to go. I want to go. I want to go. I want to go. I'ma 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 go. Left. What? I said left. DJ, half a sock? That's an insider. You would have to watch the Point Breeze walking tour to know what I'm talking about. Ficky. DJ, half a sock on the ones and twos. About to make this right-hand turn on Rhawn Street, 2400 block of Rhawn. My vehicle's about to be DJ Squeak. Oh, this is a photo enforced area. We're gonna make this right because that's Roosevelt Boulevard right there, and I really don't feel like going down to Roosevelt Boulevard. Maybe one day I just gotta dedicate a tour to traveling up and down the Roosevelt Boulevard, although the boulevard is pretty darn long, so I don't know how effective that would be. And then there's 4 lanes, so I would probably want to stay on the outermost lane. But maybe in the future I'll do like you know, southbound, northbound Roosevelt Boulevard tour, and then a northbound, southbound Roosevelt Boulevard tour. The thing with the Roosevelt Boulevard tours, everybody treats it like a racetrack, and they be out, and I ain't with all that being out stuff. Like, I'll be trying to, like, you know, just cruise. We're gonna make this right down Leonard, the 7900 block of Leonard. You got Chef's Deli, ice cold beer, Tuscan. It was called Toscani Ristorante. I'm assuming it's like an Italian joint, right? You guys can see this block right here. Looks pretty uniform. Yeah, these houses aged well. The owners in this neighborhood throughout the Northeast, for the most part, I guess they took great pride. Well, that lawn right there got tons of trash. But anyway, that's a different story. I guess many of the owners, we got a Wawa right here and an Aldi's. I'm gonna make this right. Many of the owners took pride in their property and they upkept them, you know. They did a good job on keeping it clean. But then again, I think, yo, am I wrong or am I right? Let's make this left right here on Bradford again. Am I wrong or am I right? I think these houses were made in like the 1940s. I think. Don't hold me to that. I've never looked up the property deeds to some of these houses. We're passing Griffith. But to my knowledge, some of these houses were probably made in like the 1940s. Now, with that being said, some of the houses in North Philly were made in like 1919, 1918, 1910, 1920, which is 20, 30 years before some of these houses were made. So, you know, that can be argued. Let's make this right on Borbeck Ave. Bradford and Borbeck. We're gonna take Borbeck across Bustleton and across Castor. Because if we keep going left, we're gonna hit the Castor Gardens area. But then again, guys, look at the map. Go on Google, type Rhawnhurst neighborhood, Philadelphia. It's gonna pop up. You're gonna see a map outline. Click that map. Now zoom into the map. You're gonna see Castor Gardens is literally inside of the Rhawnhurst neighborhood. So, and Castor Gardens didn't have a real defined outline. When I did the Castor Gardens tour, shout out to Paul, it didn't have a real detailed outline. So, you know, some neighborhoods are outlined in blue, some are like vaguely outlined. We got Barris Plaza on my right hand side. We're on Borbeck Ave and Bustleton Ave. Barris Plaza has University of Pennsylvania Health System, Kramer OBGYN and Associates, Center for Families and Relationships, Mental Health Counseling, Family Dentistry, Family Dermatology of PA, Statewide Abstract Group Inc., Dr. Gary Seinberg, and more. Yo, what's up with that Chucky laugh? Yo, it's the Chucky laugh. But I got like several different laughs. But yeah, I guess because that's like I got several different personalities. So no, I never laugh like that. Could you imagine being in like an aisle in Walmart and somebody like, you know, grabs like something from like the freezer, and after he grabs it, he goes yo, look over at him like, yo, dude, like, are you okay? Let's make this right. 7800 block of what's this, Briar? Yeah, Briar, or it could be Breer. I would say Briar, but then again, if I was just talking about being in an aisle in Walmart, I'm thinking about Breyer's ice cream now, which I haven't had in 4+ years. I don't think I've ever had a Breyer's ice cream. Have I? Maybe like 15 years ago. Not even. I don't think I've ever tried Breyer's. Have I? Come on, Toon. Think. Use your magic thinking cap. Do 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 do. No, I don't think I've ever had it, dudes. We are currently on Briar Street, the 7800 block, and Glendale Avenue. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn on the 2200 block of Glendale Avenue. We got a CVS pharmacy to my left, and we got an Asian realty company on my left. So Glendale cuts right here on my left to Lansing Street, passing Horrocks and Glendale Ave. We got Northeast Apartments on my right-hand side and on my left-hand side. Now leasing. For leasing information, you would have to Google the Glendale Apartments, Northeast Philadelphia. Okay, we are now approaching Large Street. I'm gonna make this right on Napple. I think the F is silent, unless the F is silent, because it's Napple, it could be Napple if the F is silent, or if the P is silent, it could be Naffle. Because nowadays, man, there ain't no like cheat code on the street sign that says what and what is silent, but that's a different story. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently traveling past Naffle and Castor Avenue, and I would like to say, unfortunately, we have reached our 1 hour mark. Our tour is up and over with, guys. That's it for today's tour. We didn't cover the whole entire Rhawnhurst neighborhood, but I did my best to show you guys a little bit of what it looked like. I want to say thank you guys all for watching. I appreciate your support. Sharing is caring. Feel free to share this video amongst a friend and or family member. And this is your boy, Mr. Toonie, Toonski, Toonie Califragilistic Expialidocious, and all the other tunes that go along with the word tune. And I'm tuning out.